What if Formula One broke tradition and traveled far beyond its usual calendar, stepping into countries that never had a Grand Prix, yet hold some of the most extraordinary environments on Earth? Imagine every nation designing its own race, circuits forged from their landscapes, teams built from their culture, and race weekends shaped by their identity. This is Top 10 What If Countries hosted their own F1 Grand Prix, a journey into a world where motorsport meets imagination. Number 10, the Philippines, the Manila Typhoon Ring, Grand Prix. Manila transforms into a storm-forged racetrack where F1 battles tropical chaos. The bayfront becomes a glowing 5.9-kilometer typhoon ring built with hydrophobic asphalt, neon blue water channels, and a transparent storm tunnel where rain hammers the outside while cars slice through dry air inside. Intramuros turns into a tight holographic corridor of Philippine history. The bay surge straight pulses like a rising tide, and the monsoon winds turn every corner into controlled unpredictability. Above it all, thousands of parole drones swirl into a luminous typhoon, while neon poncho crowds dance under UV rainfall as sisig smoke and halo mist drift across the paddock. At the center stands Typhoon Racing, a national team wrapped in deep red and gold. Their livery is a moving tapestry of Filipino identity. Sunburst rays on the nose, sampaguita motifs along the halo, jeepney-inspired color shifts on the side pods, and glowing Babayan script on the rear wing. Their paddock blends bamboo steel structures, campus lighting, and a real-time AI storm mural powered by Baguio X traction intelligence. Manila doesn't just host a Grand Prix, it turns a monsoon into a festival of speed. Number 9 takes us to a land where the wind itself becomes the enemy. Number 9, Argentina, the Patagonia Hyperwind Grand Prix. Patagonia turns F1 into a battle against the wind itself. The circuit snakes along razor-edged cliffs, icy blue lakes, and open plains where violent gusts strike with enough force to push a car sideways in an instant. Drivers plunge through ancient stone ravines, then burst into exposed straights, like Windfall Crest, where the combination of thin air and roaring crosswinds turns every overtake into a gamble. Condors circle overhead, chimichurri smoke rises from hillside grills, and Mapuche drums echo through the valley as spectators wrapped in woven ponchos cheer under a sky that shifts from bright blue to storm gray in minutes. Aurora racing embodies the spirit of the Patagonian fox, quick, sharp, and shaped by the wind. Their livery blends matte silver with ice blue streaks that shimmer like frozen shards, while subtle Mapuche patterns are etched into the carbon fiber like ancestral markings. Their paddock looks carved from the landscape itself, timber steel frames, volcanic stone floors, and a continuously spinning wind vortex sculpture displaying real-time gust speeds. Their signature tech, Viento tracks, adjust microflaps instantly to survive the region's brutal crosswinds. In Patagonia, a Grand Prix isn't just raced, it's endured. Number 8, Turkey, the Bosphorus Dragon Grand Prix. Istanbul becomes a breathtaking hybrid of ancient empire and futuristic engineering as the Bosphorus transforms into a 6.1-kilometer Grand Prix, unlike anything on Earth. The circuit crosses continents, literally, launching drivers from Europe to Asia through a sweeping illuminated bridge section where the water below reflects streaks of crimson and gold. Tight Ottoman arch tunnels echo with engine screams. Mosaic-tiled runoffs shimmer in geometric patterns, and the iconic dragon's tail, an S-curve carved along the waterfront, forces drivers to dance between precision and danger. Lantern-lit crowds fill the terraced viewpoints above the straight, while the call to prayer blends with electronic percussion, creating a surreal, goosebump-inducing soundtrack as dusk turns the skyline copper. At the heart of it all stands Ottoman Velocity, Turkey's national team. Sleek, elegant, and unmistakably local. Their car carries deep emerald and burnished gold, wrapped in subtle tulip motifs and crescent patterns inspired by Ottoman armor. Under nightlights, the livery glows like heated metal straight from a blacksmith's forge. Their paddock blends modern carbon structures with warm copper lanterns and hand-woven carpets, giving it the aura of a high-tech palace. Their signature tech, Bosphorus Aeroweave, adjusts airflow like a shifting silk curtain, perfect for the circuit's rapid directional changes. Istanbul doesn't just host a Grand Prix, it creates a moving bridge between history, culture, and speed. Number 7 will take us deeper into the desert, where heat, mirage, and ancient cities reshape F1 into something mystical. Number 7, Morocco, the Sahara Mirage Grand Prix. Morocco turns F1 into a desert illusion, carving a 5.8-kilometer circuit along the golden edge of the Sahara, where heat bends light and reality itself wavers. The track winds between ancient Kasbah walls, dunes shaped by centuries of wind, and a glowing oasis straight where mirage distortions blur the horizon and turn every breaking point into a leap of faith. Drivers plunge into the desert gate, a narrow canyon of sandstone glowing red at sunset, before bursting onto the Mirage Strait, where rising heat waves ripple under the cars like molten air. Mosaic-lit grandstands shimmer with blue and emerald patterns, while oud instruments blend with desert percussion, echoing across the dunes as spectators sip mint tea under lantern-lit canopies. Atlas Falcon Racing, Morocco's pride, arrives with a livery that looks forged from desert light. Burnished gold flowing into sapphire blue, with intricate zellige mosaic patterns etched along the side pods like living tiles. Under the sun, the car glitters as if coated in desert glass. Their paddock mirrors a modernized caravanserai, arched entrances, patterned screens casting geometric shadows, and cooling mist infused with desert herbs drifting through the air. Their signature tech, Mirage Flow Aero, manipulates micro-cooling channels to survive brutal desert heat without losing performance. In the Sahara, racing feels ancient, mystical, and fiercely alive, like chasing a mirage at 300 kilometers per hour. Number 6 brings us into the heart of Africa's rising megacities, where neon, rhythm, and raw innovation transform F1 into an electrifying urban storm. Number 6, Nigeria, the Lagos Quantum Grid Grand Prix. Lagos unleashes a Grand Prix that feels like racing inside a living megacity, electric, chaotic, and pulsing with futuristic Afro-urban energy. The 6.0-kilometer Quantum Grid circuit weaves through neon-lit coastal highways, elevated flyovers, and hyper-modern districts where holographic billboards flash patterns inspired by Yoruba textiles. Drivers dive into the rhythm tunnel, an LED-lined underpass where light pulses in sync with engine RPMs, before bursting onto the Atlantic Edge Strait, where sea mist drifts across the track at sunrise. The tight Makoko loop hovers over water on reinforced platforms, creating a surreal moment where cars skim above the lagoon like metallic birds. Around the circuit, crowds erupt with talking drum rhythms, Afrobeat bass lines, and street vendors serving jollof rice, suya smoke, and puff-puff clouds as drones film the chaos overhead. Lionheart Motorsports, Nigeria's national team, arrives with a livery that roars with personality. Deep midnight black layered with glowing electric green, streaked with fractal patterns inspired by Ankara fabric and Yoruba symbols for strength and resilience. The car's surface carries faint luminescent lines that brighten with speed, creating the illusion of a charging neon lion. Their paddock blends polished steel with bold West African colors, woven canopy shades, kinetic art sculptures, and a wall-sized LED mural displaying real-time power flow data. Their breakthrough innovation, Grid Sync Dynamics, uses microsensors to predict grip changes on Lagos hybrid surfaces, allowing the car to dance with the city rather than fight it. In Lagos, F1 becomes a storm of culture, technology, and unstoppable human energy. Number 5 takes us far from the city, straight into volcanic ridges, black sand, and the raw primal force of the earth itself. Number 5, New Zealand, the Volcano Ridge Grand Prix. New Zealand transforms F1 into a raw elemental spectacle as the Volcano Ridge circuit carves through black sand valleys, emerald forests, and the jagged edges of ancient lava fields. The 5.7-kilometer track hugs volcanic ridgelines where steam vents hiss beside the asphalt, and glowing magma pits cast a deep amber reflection across night races. Drivers plunge down the lava fall drop, a steep descent marked by shimmering heat distortion, before climbing into the Serpent Ridge, a snaking sequence of high-speed bends perched above sheer drops. Mist rolls in from the rainforest, geothermal plumes rise unpredictably, and Maori haka performers thunder at the start line as the ground itself seems to pulse with ancestral power. Taniwa Dynamics, the national team, arrives with a livery that looks born from fire and legend. Matte obsidian black streaked with molten orange veins, swirling like cooled lava fractures. Subtle koru spiral motifs trace along the bodywork, symbolizing strength, growth, in the cycle of nature. Under the lights, the car glows as though embers still burn within it. Their paddock blends volcanic stone, carved wooden pillars, and gentle geothermal heat radiating through the floors, creating a calm, ritualistic atmosphere. Their key innovation, magma breath cooling, channels geothermal-inspired venting patterns to maintain engine stability in extreme conditions. In New Zealand, a Grand Prix feels less like a race and more like riding the heartbeat of the Earth itself. Number 4 takes us to Africa's sweeping plains, where wildlife winds, golden dust, and storm-lit horizons reshape F1 into something beautifully wild. Number 4, Kenya, the Safari Storm Grand Prix. Kenya turns Formula One into a sweeping wildlife odyssey as the Safari Storm circuit stretches across golden savanna plains, acacia-lined straights, and storm-lit horizons that shift from burning orange to deep violet in minutes. The 6.3-kilometer track winds through rolling grasslands where dust billows behind every car, like a desert comet. Drivers navigate the elephant spine, an undulating sequence of rises and dips inspired by the movement of migrating herds, before diving into the mowing sweep, a long curved section where sudden gusts of warm wind push against the chassis like invisible waves. Herds of wildebeest can be seen in the distance. Helicopters skim low over the veld, and the atmosphere is filled with the scent of red earth, roasted corn, and the rhythmic pulse of Swahili percussion echoing across the plains. Simba Works Engineering, Kenya's national team, arrives with a livery that radiates pride and power. Deep sunset orange blending into savanna gold, with black silhouette patterns of acacia branches and subtle beadwork-inspired motifs along the side pods. The car's nose carries a stylized lion emblem that glows under dusk lighting like a guardian spirit. Their paddock feels like a fusion of Tech Hub and Safari Lodge. Warm wooden textures, canvas shading, intricate Maasai bead patterns, and screens displaying wildlife telemetry alongside race data. Their breakthrough technology, Veld Traction Stabilizer, adapts instantly to shifting dust density and crosswinds, giving them mastery over one of the most unpredictable circuits on Earth. In Kenya, F1 becomes a tribute to movement, nature, and the ancient rhythm of the land. Number 3 takes us to the edge of civilization, into a desert of giants, myths, and stone structures older than history itself. Number 3, Egypt, the Pyramid Horizon Grand Prix. Egypt delivers a Grand Prix carved straight into the cradle of ancient civilization, where the track runs beneath the gaze of monuments older than recorded history. The 6.0-kilometer Pyramid Horizon circuit cuts through desert flats glowing gold under the sun before rising toward the Giza Plateau, where the Great Pyramids stand like silent guardians over the race. Drivers charge through the Anubis Gate, a narrow sandstone corridor lit by hieroglyphic holograms, before entering the Desert Echo Strait, where heat mirages bend the horizon and warp depth perception like an ancient illusion. At sunset, the entire track ignites in red and amber tones, with laser-projected hieroglyphs sweeping across the night sky as crowds cheer from terraced dunes draped in lamps and desert fabrics. The air smells of warm sand, spiced shawarma, and sweet hibiscus tea drifting from festival tents. Pharaoh Velocity, Egypt's national team, brings a livery worthy of legend. Matte ivory and obsidian black split by shimmering gold lines, shaped like stylized hieroglyphs. The side pods carry falcon wing patterns inspired by Horus, their tips glowing faint turquoise under desert night lighting. The rear wing resembles a polished gold blade, etched subtly with repeating cartouche symbols. Their paddock feels like a futuristic temple, smooth limestone textures, geometric columns, soft torch-like lighting, and a central AI oracle projecting airflow simulations like shifting sand. Their signature innovation, Sphinx Shield thermal armor regulates heat exposure in the brutal desert climate, letting them glide through the scorching straits with ancient calm. In Egypt, F1 becomes a myth reborn in carbon fiber and desert fire. Number 2 takes us far from the desert into a world of ice, steam, and shimmering auroras that turn night racing into pure magic. Number 2, Iceland, the Glacier Rift Grand Prize. Iceland transforms F1 into an otherworldly spectacle where fire and ice collide in the Glacier Rift circuit, a 5.9-kilometer track carved between towering ice walls, black volcanic fields, and geothermal steam vents glowing blue in the night. Drivers rocket through Frostfall Canyon, a narrow corridor of shimmering ice where sound echoes like a distant storm, before bursting onto the Midnight Rift, an open plateau where drifting steam clouds reveal sudden patches of slick frozen asphalt. At night, the Aurora Borealis unfurls in green and violet waves overhead, casting surreal reflections on the cars as they weave through the frigid landscape. Spectators huddle around geothermal pools, sipping hot broth as snowflakes whirl through Arctic wind and crystallize instantly on the rails. Valkyria Iceworks, Iceland's national team, brings a livery that looks sculpted from frozen mythology. Deep glacial blue fading into silver white, with fractal frost patterns etched across the chassis like natural ice cracks. Thin runic symbols glow softly along the halo and side pods, giving the car an aura of ancient mysticism under the Aurora. Their paddock blends steel and ice, transparent walls, geothermal-powered heating floors, and slow-pulsing blue light that ripples like northern lights. Their signature technology, frost grip resonance, uses micro-vibrational pulses to maintain tire traction on ultra-cold surfaces, letting them dance on ice where others slide. In Iceland, the Grand Prix feels more like a mythic journey, one where the world glows, breathes, and freezes around the race. Number 1 takes us even deeper into the frozen frontier, toward a land where ice crowns the earth, the sky never fully darkens, and F1 becomes a surreal dream beneath the Aurora. Number 1, Greenland, the Aurora Ice Crown Grand Prix. Greenland elevates Formula One into a dreamlike frontier where the world feels untouched, enormous, and almost supernatural. The Aurora Ice Crown circuit stretches across a floating ring of reinforced crystal ice, glowing beneath a sky painted with shifting curtains of green and violet light. The 6.2-kilometer track glides over frozen fjords, carving through pale blue ice canyons that rise like cathedral walls. Drivers charge into the crown descent, a sweeping downhill arc where the ice beneath becomes transparent, revealing deep, ancient glacier cracks flickering with refracted aurora light. Sharp coastal winds sweep across the Arctic Mirror Strait, pushing cars lightly sideways as their reflections shimmer beneath the ice like ghostly doubles. Spectators watch from heated glass domes perched on cliffs, sipping hot berry tea while snowdrift plumes curl and dance around the track like living spirits. Nordlyse Dynamics, Greenland's national team, arrives with a livery that looks carved from the polar night itself. A black ice base infused with shifting aurora pigments that move from emerald to cobalt to violet depending on the angle. Fine crystalline textures run along the side pods like frozen feathers, while the halo carries a glowing ring of pale white light, echoing the ice crown above the circuit. Their paddock is a glowing Arctic citadel, translucent ice walls reinforced with carbon lattice, embedded soft blue LEDs, and geothermal vents releasing thin streams of mist that drift like cold breath. Their breakthrough system, Aurora Sync Aero, modulates airflow using electromagnetic pulses that stabilize the car in violent polar crosswinds. In Greenland, F1 becomes a luminous dream, silent, surreal, and breathtaking, as if the race is taking place at the edge of the world. And that's our journey: 10 countries, 10 worlds, and 10 ways Formula One could transform if every nation built a race from its land and soul. From Manila's storm tunnels to Greenland's glowing ice crown, each Grand Prix showed us how powerful imagination can be when culture meets speed. If you enjoyed exploring these alternate worlds, stay with us. There are countless what-ifs still waiting. Drop your own idea in the comments, and maybe your world becomes the next circuit we create. Like, subscribe, and let's keep imagining together. This is AI WonderThink. See you in the next universe.